Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize. Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer.
Who's the dog? What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his belt and put it on. Roll call. A spidget. Spidget. A spidget. A spidget. West in town. Call the police. There's a madman around.
Weird science, man.
It was a weird science.
That's I can't think of
That's a throwback.
That's 80s. Berlin.
Pet Shop Boys.
Oh, Pet Shop Boys, man.
Yeah, well, it was in Weird Science though.
Oh, okay.
How can you name the movie? And not name that's a different.
Barely
That's a different filing cabinet up there.
I barely got out of Charles Henderson High School.
Hey, before we even get started with the September 11th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, I want to give a huge shout out to Pete Van Horn with Deep South Apparel.
Man, look at these new threads, man.
New threads, man.
Get in there if you can, Nate.
You zoom in on that, Nate, if you can. I know we didn't warn you, Nate.
Nate may be sleeping in there. Look at that, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if you got a company that you have to buy apparel for your workers, man, get up with Pete Van Horn, Deep South Apparel.
Deep South Apparel, Montgomery. Oh, yeah.
One of our longest standing
absolutely
supporters of Sports Chat and Neil and Wally, but the shirts feel
These
nice.
are some great threads.
Heck yeah, man. Look at that. Man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm already big as it is.
Look at that. It was showing off the guns.
Showing off the guns and all that. Hey, before we start down there, can I say one thing?
Yeah,
we were
man.
at the Troy game. I thank you folks that come up to me and say, man, I love your show.
I know.
Dude.
It just makes us feel so good.
It makes me feel good. I'm like, dude, I almost cried. One lady's like, man, we watch y'all every Sunday night.
It just
I'm
makes
like,
us so
all right,
happy.
Man.
Makes us so happy. But
Miss Cinco, I think that's
that
what
was
Miss
Miss Cinco.
Yeah,
Miss Edith Cinco.
So thank you so much, sweet.
And now that we got the thank you to Pete Van Horn out of the way for the shirts, man, we really don't need to really get the show started without thinking about the Twin Towers going down.
Oh man,
in New York City, and we'll just hold that thought. Hold that thought. Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Well, what's happening, my fellas?
Hey Johnny, what's going on, buddy? What you got on your mind this week?
Well, we just got through with our little Sunday afternoon thing where we meet up and watch the film for the previous game and get ready for the next one this week. And just got back from that, so.
Well, Sunday film session. Hey, it's always a better Sunday film session when you're coming off that Friday night W, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Even though, albeit it was a little bad, but I ain't going now.
All right, well, good deal. Well, who y'all got this week?
We got the Aunt Bobcats coming in, and they're about, and from what coaches told us, they've got about the same quality of athletes like we got. He said if we can beat them here Friday night, we can still probably outright win the region title cause he says he knows they can beat Strong.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But I do have an announcement to make. Something was done this past Friday night that has not been done in the history of our school, and our extra point and field goal kicker Arturo Perez Hernandez for this week got the special teams player of the week for Pike County this week, kicking 4 straight extra points.
Woo! Got a bell.
Got a bell for that
I
one.
like
baby.
it. That is awesome, man. That is awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, we finally figured it out. Both of the running backs we had over 100 yards on the night. Nemo's biggest run was 39 yards.
Yeah. So is that the guy that plays for Pike Lib that we called?
That come from Pike Lib, yeah.
Now he already played in a regular season game, hadn't he? We called him when he played at Highland Home.
Yeah, they transferred that week after the Highland Home game. They transferred down here.
Oh, so you can play a regular game and then transfer? Well, I don't know.
They did that bona fide rule thing though, where they could start without having to sit out a year.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Man, those rules changed so much. I don't know. It was just kind of strange. Neil and I call his name. He gets Pizza of the Week for Pike Liberal Arts, and now he's Pike County. So we didn't know.
Yeah, I know it. It's hard, but I want to tell y'all a rare occurrence that I did this past week on y'all's Steel Wally pizza thing. Now, I did not think this would happen at all, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I picked Elba to win, and Elba won.
Yep.
But I thought it was gonna be a low-scoring game on the tiebreaker.
Yep.
I end up picking 42 points, and Elba wins with 42 points.
You didn't count the other side, did
Didn't count the other side.
And Wally, I have already been seeing on. I know you're gonna laugh when I tell you this, but I've already been seeing on Facebook where they're fixing to open the doors to the coaching rehab hospital for Scott Frost.
Yeah, he'll be coming to Alabama.
He'll be offensive analyst for Nick Saban.
He will, and I'm proud to say that Troy's going. Albeit not being in Troy, they're going to be on College Game Day live next week for the first time ever. That's a big accomplishment for Troy.
That is, you're absolutely right. We're going to cover that in a little while.
Well, hey, John, I don't know if you're watching the TV program or not, but I got two slips up here. One's Bubba Lee and one's yours. So when it comes to the Beat Wally contest,
I was going to bring that up. You know,
I knew you would.
Since I put the picks in, even though I agree, since I'm a coach, I wouldn't play. But since I put the picks in, if I win, y'all can just give it to my dad.
Well, that's what we'll announce then if we draw your name.
Yeah,
Right.
if you
like I told him, I said he never wins. He never hardly wins anything, so I figured he might enjoy that.
That's a nice gesture.
nice gesture, Bulldog. You keep playing though, buddy, because you good.
Oh, I will, and I will definitely give y'all a holler next Sunday after hopefully a big win over the Bobcats, and just maybe we might can convince one of our players this week to play good enough to get a Marcos
Man.
the next week. Maybe our field goal extra point kicker goes 4 for 4 and even makes a field goal late in the ball game that might get him on the list.
That might get him on the list right there. Bulldog, we
take care, boys.
all right, take care, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Bulldog Johnny giving us a call right there. We always appreciate Bulldog Johnny calling in, and you right, he can pick them.
He's won a many a pizza.
Yes, sir.
Me, buddy.
That's right. And getting back to where we were, we want to the Twin Towers and 9/11. Never forget. And I still remember it like it was yesterday, man. I won't ever forget it. I won't ever forget President Bush with that foghorn. There he is, saying, "We hear you in the back, and the people that knock these buildings down, we'll hear from all of us soon."
Soon, yeah.
And that was just a quote that just made the hair on the back of your head stand up. And they did hear from us and paid the price.
Yeah, you know, you and I were together at Miss Lynn's house.
Oh, yeah.
When you come and
We were on a work trip.
we were on a work trip,
Yep.
and I was sleeping in. It's a little late, and Neil come to the bedroom that I was in and said, "Man, something strange going on."
Yeah.
But I will say this is no joke. Neil and his family had gone back in the summer to New York and came back and told me all this
in July.
in July and all this fun things to do. And so Neil, myself, Holly, and Michelle had planned a trip for the third week in September, or the third or fourth week in September,
To go to New York
to
City.
go to New York City. We had bought Broadway tickets. We
Oh, yeah.
had bought our plane tickets,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had prepaid
Dinner reservations.
we had
Yeah.
prepaid tickets to the Empire State Building and to the World Trade
World
Center.
Trade Centers.
All that we had, and it all got canceled.
All got
I'll
canceled
never forget
because we
that,
couldn't.
man.
They wouldn't let you. They weren't letting tourists in.
Yep, unbelievable.
Really incredible. But I won't ever forget that. Those first responders, folks, they went to the fear. They went inside the tragedy where thousands and thousands and thousands were running from it. They went into it and cost them their life during service. And we just need to never forget that. And Wally, you're exactly right.
Unbelievable.
But hey, getting away from the somber note, but we just don't need to forget.
Yeah,
we don't
never
need to
forget
forget
that.
that. Hey, we had some really good college football yesterday, my friend.
Oh,
Some
man.
really good. First and foremost, the number one team in the land, Alabama, sneaks by Texas. They're not number one anymore. Did you see that late this afternoon?
Yeah, it's all that. Don't need to be.
How do you? Let me just throw this out here real quick. This ain't in our script. Alabama gets penalized for winning a game, and Texas slides way up the rankings for losing a game. No, there's something wrong with that.
The bizarro world.
Alabama slides in the rankings, and Texas shoots up the rankings. Texas lost, and Alabama won. Hey, this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
But Alabama sneaks by Texas after being a 20-point, Texas being a 20-point underdog. And, hey, Auburn sneaks by San Jose State after being a big favorite. So you just never know till you kick that ball off and try to find out. Troy starts slow. They finally hit the gas pedal in the third quarter and pulled away from Alabama A&M. And, Wally, the big noon game of the day, that was the game of the weekend. And let's just talk about this Alabama game just a little bit.
Well, I will tell you this.
Come on.
I watched it till halftime.
You got mad with them and turned it off.
I just couldn't. Let me tell you, I cannot sit and watch a team that is just dripping with five-star athletes. Even the water boys are five-star.
Getting penalties.
Getting penalties and playing like they did. It just disgusted me. And I'm just not going to use my time. I went and painted folk art. Now, Blake and them
Got mad with them.
got mad with him. I said, I can't do it. Just can't do it.
Texted me, won't know the score.
Yeah, I had to text y'all to get the score. But I heard they came back and won. And I did, late last night, I did watch some of the replays.
Really good football game.
It was.
I know Alabama played sloppy in the first half.
Yes. Now I
Really
know
good
why
football.
Bryce Young was the Heisman Trophy winner. Son, like you said earlier this afternoon, just give me the football, I'll make it happen. That's all it-
They put the camera on him, Wally, on the sidelines, and it was just he had just a stoic look on his face. Like,
Man, yeah.
just give me that ball
Just
one more
give me the
time.
ball.
Give me that ball one
But
more time.
I'm going to tell you, with all the transfer portal, all this new stuff, the NIL, all this, we're watching it right now live. NCAA football's changing. I mean, any given time, somebody's going to be getting beaten.
Yeah.
You saw what happened in Sunbelt
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
anyway.
But yeah, the Alabama, they
But what's your
sloppy.
okay? I gave you mine since I turned it off at halftime. What's your take of the game? What?
They weren't mentally sharp. All the penalties were some of them were mental penalties. They just weren't mentally sharp, and that can be addressed. The mental penalties can be addressed. About 15 gassers for every penalty you get. That'll straighten that out. But I'm gonna tell you in my mind the difference in the game, Wally. I'm gonna tell you in my mind the difference. Texas has been bad. The Sark was there last year, and they were got beat by Kansas last year.
Yeah.
You know, they had a so-so year, got beat by Kansas. So this is Sarkisian's second year, and Texas hadn't played defense in about 10 years. Now, Texas recruits the five stars, but the five stars hadn't been panning out in Texas over the last 10 years. They hadn't played any defense in about 10, 12 years. Well, a guy named Gary Patterson is now the advisor for the defensive coordinator position. He was at TCU, guys, for about 22 years. And they had lockdown defenses year in and year out. The man can coach defense. And there he is right there. Texas, they've always had the five stars. They still got the five stars, loaded with 4 stars. Yesterday, listen to me now, Texas played defense. They played defense like TCU's played the last 10 or 20 years. Texas played defense yesterday. The difference is coaching. Gary Patterson was the difference. He has the Longhorns playing defense. And Alabama throwing in all them penalties, mixed in with Gary Patterson and that defense, it was trouble on the horizon, baby. It was trouble on the horizon. That's the Neil Armstrong take.
Yeah, good take, Neil.
Yep.
And I know Oklahoma's sitting back right now going, uh-oh.
Yeah.
because it's going to be a long season. I'll tell you, Texas is going to win a lot of games this year.
No doubt.
Well, let me ask you this. This is surprising. What about Auburn sneaking by San Jose State 10-7? I think Bama beat them 70-0.
No, it was 10-7 at half.
Oh, 10-7 at half.
Yeah.
And then the quarterback, T.J. Finley, he had a really bad interception that allowed San Jose State to get that score.
It was a bad first half. Bad first half. You're exactly right. The Tigers trailed at the half, but they got it together and they won the game. I mean Notre Dame, Texas A&M, and Nebraska sure would love to merely sit back and say we got a W yesterday. Yeah. Auburn got a W yesterday, for what it's worth. Now, as for QB1, T.J. Finley, Wally, I'm not so sure he's QB1. When Calzada is finally 100%, is he going to get a shot? And Robbie Ashford getting a lot of snaps, kind of a dual head quarterback system there. But with all that said, I think Auburn's in for a long season. I'm an Auburn fan. I'm a Troy fan, but I'm an Auburn fan. But I think they're in for a long season. I'm looking at 5 wins, Wally. I'm looking at 5 wins. They won the first 2. They're 2-0. And I'm going to give them Missouri, and I'm going to give them Western Kentucky. That's 4. And then I'm going to give them an upset somewhere. Maybe they beat LSU.
They beat Bama after what I saw.
Maybe they beat Mississippi State. Maybe they beat Ole Miss. Maybe they beat LSU. But they're going to win them 4, and then they're going to upset somebody, and they're going to win 5. That's the Neil take on it right there. And I know that's not what you want to hear, Auburn fans, but they're going to play it. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. Hope Auburn wins 8, 9, 10 games. But, hey, that's what I see. That's what I see going on over at Auburn. What do you see going on over there?
Man, that'll take it from me now. I didn't get to watch. I was at the Troy game, but I did watch a little bit of the highlights and stuff. And man, it's something about a buzz over there that it's not. I mean, it's not clicking, Neil.
Yeah.
I think you got administration mad at this person. You got board of trustees, different ones mad at other people.
So you think it's a program issue?
It's a program, very big program issue. I mean, that's my take on it.
I got you.
I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong because you and I are about on the same sheet of music. We like any Alabama team to succeed.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, and I'll root for Auburn if they're in the national championship. I mean,
as long as Alabama's not involved,
or Troy's involved, I'll root for them. You know, but they got a long road ahead of them.
Yeah, they do. Well, they're gonna play them. They're gonna play them.
I'm gonna go with you on saying maybe 5. James the other day looked.
James looking 8 and 9.
8 or 9 wins.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
They're gonna play them. We'll find out.
They will beat LSU though.
Think that'll be the one we giving them?
LSU's horrible. Man.
Well, maybe that's the one then. Maybe that's the one. Hey, yesterday at the vet, over there at the vet, I think the rain kind of killed the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
It rained like 15 minutes before kickoff. It rained cats and dogs before kickoff. And I don't think everyone that bought a ticket went to the game. I don't know, but there was still an okay crowd. But what did you think on that?
I did. I thought the crowd was okay considering the rain. I had fun sitting with you and David and Dr. Eddie Billings. He was there, and saw Judge Pat Kennedy. He was
talked to him before the game.
Yeah, so I got to see a good bit of folks there, and Brenda Campbell. They said, so I saw the folks, and like I said, people said they loved the show, which I said earlier, but it was kind of a slow game at first, but they picked it in. I mean, heck, Trojans, they just came out flat.
They did.
Didn't get rolled in the third quarter. Quarterback Gunnar Watson, he threw a bad interception on a flea flicker and just couldn't get in the rhythm early on.
That's what it was. That's what it seemed like. Yeah. I saw that one too. That flea flicker. On that flea flicker, Wally, he tried to force a ball into double coverage, and the flea flicker didn't fool nobody. It could have. I'm not knocking the call. I mean, I like the flea flicker. It'll try it every now and then, but it didn't fool him, and he should have just thrown it away. And I kept wondering, were we going to see Jared Dagey in relief? But Coach Summerall stood by Gunnar Watson.
Yeah, he did.
And it wasn't until the Trojans led the game 31-3, and Watson had just set the place on fire. That's when we got our first look at the leading passer in the nation, Jared Dagey. And when he got in there, he didn't set it on fire. He wasn't on fire, and he was 5 for 11 for 113 yards and a touchdown. And I mean, Wally, you're the leading passer in the nation. 5 for 11. That ain't setting it on fire.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
not.
no.
But hey, hats off to Alabama A&M, our good friends up in
They
Huntsville,
came-
Alabama.
they came ready.
They came to play, buddy.
They were ready.
Let me tell you, and they brought a pretty much decent crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear from one of the Troy patrons that their band canceled on them like on Wednesday.
Really?
Because they were.
I was wondering about that.
Because they normally have a big band, but they had to cancel, probably because of the weather stuff. But anyway, hey, maybe he's going to still learn the offense, and he has only been on campus, 2 or 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks,
It'll be
yeah.
interesting down the stretch, Neil. Speaking of stretch, Troy has Appalachian State this coming Saturday up at Boone. And then next weekend, we host Marshall and Troy. Wow, those 2 games are going to be tough, buddy.
Wally, you talking about tough. And game day. ESPN game day will be at Boone next Saturday. Troy will get tons of exposure next Saturday. That will be huge for the Trojans if they can go up to Boone and beat the Mountaineers, man. Just be huge.
Man,
And,
game day, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, I got to make sure, and I'm going to research this. I didn't put this in show notes. Everybody's saying, oh, this is Troy's first game day. Actually, I don't think it was, Neil.
Where was the other one?
Let me tell you what happened years and years ago. Navy came to play Troy, and it was during November, during
Military appreciation?
military appreciation.
Yeah.
Game day was on a aircraft carrier,
Okay.
and they did game day there,
Uh-huh.
and it was for the Navy.
Okay.
Now, I mean, they were not here, and
But
we
we were playing
but
Navy.
we were playing,
Okay.
and
So we got a lot of exposure.
we got a lot of exposure. But I know I'm not dreaming that, but I'm gonna double check that. But that happened.
All right. We'll have to
That
look at
happened.
that. We'll have to look at that right
Okay.
there, man.
But anyway, hey, our Trojans play a game. Are playing in a game where game day is.
Wow.
I mean, how exciting is that, Neil?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just blown away by it, man.
I am too, man. Just think about how far we've come as a program and,
Oh, yeah.
and as a conference, as a Sun Belt conference, for that to be happening. Something I didn't think I'd see in my lifetime. It's going to be very neat. You know, Troy fans with Troy hats on, Troy fans with Troy shirts on ESPN for several hours. And times are changing in the Sun Belt Conference, and they're changing for the Troy Trojans, and I just love it. I
Yeah,
just love it, man.
Exactly.
I
Hey,
do.
man, we're really up against the break. So, Neil,
are.
Tell us who our commercial sponsors are, man.
The Old Barn Restaurant in Goshen, the Pig Cafe, Hooks Barbecue, Troy Eye Care, Glow Boutique, Piggly Wigglies of Troy, Turner Mowing, Deep South Apparel, UPS Store, Road Mart, Jones Medical Supply, the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Cervera, Ralph Baker, Hastings and Reeves, Southern Grill and Patio, Bill Jackson Ford and Chevy, Tyler Transport Trucking, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, Crow's Chicken of Brundage, Eddie Billings Dentistry in Laverne, Max Credit Union, Stone Cold Heating and Cooling with Mr. Matt Johnson, Sorrell College of Business, The Crease Agency, All-Star Collision, Preston Steakhouse, Alabama Restoration, and Firehouse Stubbs. Stay with us. We got a good show. We'll be right back.
Turn it down.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring off the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs up on the square. Globe Boutique.
3, 2.
Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate.
Hey, he's out of there, baby.
What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. I'm over here. What? The
Well,
ball
right down
bounced
the
in
middle.
front of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately.
Oh, man.
Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store?
My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file.
Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're gonna run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies, cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brother Street. UPS store, all your printing needs.
Man, did you see the size of that crowd, man?
Man, the Pompadour's that big down here, dude.
I don't know what it is, man. It must be these shirts.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
They like these shirts, man. Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn in Montgomery.
And heck yeah, man, they even go good, even salt water they can
Salt
up.
water fishing. Deep South Apparel in Montgomery. Call Pete Van Horn. Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town. Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Bill, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Hey, Wally. What in the world? You got all these fans in the window, man.
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins. It about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And you
These fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration. No mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration. The summer's out of reach. I like that because summer's out of reach, man.
It's leaving us, man.
Hey. I can see you. Your brown skin shining in the sun. All right, don't get us banned in
Man, I love
Egypt.
Bruce Hornsby on the ring. I
Bruce
love-
Hornsby?
Yeah.
That's Don Henley, man.
Don Henley.
Yeah, the drummer and one of the lead singers of the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
One of the best songs ever, man. Come on. You pick it out and you didn't even know who it was?
I thought it was.
Bruce Hornsby?
Hey, before
We got a Bruce Horn that wins on our show all the
Yeah,
time.
Bruce Hornsby. Hey, I got to give one of our big watchers.
Come on.
Her name is Caitlin Beatty. Caitlin's helped us a few times.
Yeah.
She's all mad because
What's wrong with Caitlin?
She wanted a huge shout. You know, she's the biggest Kentucky fan ever.
Oh.
She wanted a huge shout out for Kentucky win yesterday.
But we ain't got there.
I know, but she said that we shut down Anthony Richardson.
We ain't got there yet. We
All
got
right,
45 minutes left here, Caitlin. We're going to get to it.
She
We
gonna
gonna
get
get to
all
it.
mad at me now. All right.
We got, all right. Hey, let's run the Facebook funnies real quick before we dive into high school. That awkward moment when someone gets angry at you for clicking a pin, but you still got to click it one more time to use it. All right, said it. How vegans think animals die in the wild. That's a good one, Nate.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Green New Deal grass mowing. Got the generator. Oh, these things
They coming all
these
out.
things get better and bigger. Throws flag, coach for what? Nothing. It's fine. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
goodness.
it, man. Look at it. He just needs to sniff your hand. That's all. Look at them teeth.
That is good.
Oh, that's good, Nate.
Oh, man. Good one, Nate. Good one, buddy.
All right. Hey, before we get to high school football, we need to mention a little bit of volleyball. This is their season 2 now. We can't forget about them. Goshen Volleyball beats Highland Home and Strawn this past week. Big week for the Goshen Eagles in volleyball. In the Strawn match, Casey Wilkes led Goshen with 10 kills, 18 digs, and 3 assists. Whew. Boy, she's getting after it right there, isn't he?
Buddy.
While Michaela Mallard added 5 kills, 3 blocks, Emily Hussey chipped in with 1 ace and 30 digs, and J.C. Russian totaled 13 assists and 4 digs. Also, the Pike County Bulldogs volleyball team swept Barber County in 3 sets. Michaela
Michaela Griffin led Pike County with 13 kills, 6 aces, 3 blocks, and 9 digs. Go ahead, Miss Griffin. Earlier in the week, though, the Bulldogs fell to a match versus Opp. So half and half this last week for Pike County. That's all right.
Well, Charles Henderson volleyball team defeated Greenville 3-0 this past week. Raylan Hornsby led Charles Henderson with 10 kills, 2 aces, and 8 digs, while Olivia Kirkpatrick totaled 4 kills, 20 assists, 2 aces, and 5 digs. Emma Buttram chipped in with 5 kills, 1 ace, and 2 digs. Hannah Sparrow also netted 3 kills, 5 digs, and 5 digs, while Bess Dunn had 4 kills. What's a dig?
Dig is when somebody spikes it and they have to dive.
They go like this.
They dive and dig it before it hits the ground.
That's pretty good. I think I could do that.
Zion Chapel Rebels volleyball team got a big win over the Pike Liberal Arts Patriots this last week. The Rebels won in sweeping fashion against Pike Lib, winning all 3 sets, 26-24, 25-23, and 24-14. Pike Liberal Arts canceled their next few matches. Not sure why. When we get intel on that, we'll pass it on. But Pike Lib has canceled the last couple of matches in volleyball.
Okay, and we also, football-wise, had a college offer of one of our local athletes, Charles Henderson's Damian Hart, receiving an offer from Fulton University.
There he is right there. Good job, Damien. Man, we also need to mention former Daleville High School running back Jalen White. You remember him?
Memory.
He was a big part of Georgia Southern's win over Nebraska yesterday. He had 17 carries for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win. You know, you remember we were shocked when he didn't select Troy.
Yeah.
And he went to Georgia Southern. But, hey, we wish him the best. And hey, Jalen, we're following you down here in Troy.
Sir, give you a bell ring, buddy.
That's right.
We love our Daleville folks down
Before we get on into these scores, Wally, we need to get back on track with our commercials.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll come, hey, don't turn that dial. If you got a dial, don't turn it.
Nate, you ready?
Hey, Wally, what you got us out here in this field for?
Neil, I finally bought a brand new boat.
A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama? Yes, I got to get some insurance. Well, you're going to need to call the Grease Agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you going to get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call Grease Agency for all your insurance needs.
Man, what in the world? You just dang T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget?
Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here is playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can
Please,
have it.
Mr. Wally.
All
Thank
she's
you.
worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh, man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy. Hey, man, what's that smell? What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh, that's Hook?
Hooks? Oh, I'm going to Hook's, brother. Oh, my God. Hold on. Good Lord. What in the world? Hooks, baby. Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious.
Neil, call Jason Jones.
What is it?
I had oxygen, man.
Oxygen? You got your snorkeling device right there. What do you mean you out of oxygen?
Oh, all this is to show people where you are, man.
What's that? Why do you can breathe through that?
I need to call Jason.
Unbelievable. Jason, can you bring some oxygen from Jones Medical Supply down to St. Andrews State Park at the Jetties? Wally needs some oxygen. Call Jason Jones for all your oxygen needs. Moving on up to the big time. What's going on, Monopoly man?
Oh, man, Neil, I have
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Hey, what's going on today?
Mr. Neal, do you know this guy? He comes here every day for breakfast and lunch.
This guy over here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do know him.
Man, look at the size of this chicken right here, man.
Oh my God, Wally, how many days in a row have you eaten here?
Every day, bro.
Come out to the Pig Cafe Monday through Friday, breakfast and lunch. The biggest cat head biscuits for breakfast and the crispiest fried chicken for lunch. Come out to the Pig Cafe.
Backstreet Boys, I got it. Backstreet Boys.
The Backstreet Boys. God. Bulldog Johnny, please help Wally learn his music.
Well, what was another boy group?
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
That was Daryl Hall.
Method of Modern Love, man. Come on.
Sound like Backstreet Boys, man.
That sound like the Backstreet Boys to you?
Yeah.
No, it didn't, man. One of these days, he's going to get a song right.
One day.
One day. Hey, we got some high school football scores we're going to run down real quick, and I'll go first.
Go ahead,
All right?
man. You go right ahead.
Dothan 14, Prattville 10. Nate can throw those up there if you can. Charles Henderson 38, Carroll 14. Eufaula 43, Greenville 7. That was a big one, man.
Sure was.
Montgomery Academy 30, Dale County 13, Andalusia 50, Bullitt County 9, Pike County 38, Northside Christian 18, Houston Academy 49, Ashford 16, Laverne 12, Horseshoe Bend 0, big area win right there for Laverne. Zion Chapel 19, Sampson 6, Ayrton 34, GW Long 18, Elba 42, Brantley 35.
All right, Enterprise 55, Smith Station 14, Headland 12, Rehoboth 3, Catholic 58, Slocum 0, Booker T. Washington 26, Geneva 7.
That's a bit of an upset, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Exactly. Opp 20, Providence Christian 14, Daleville 34, New Brockton 24.
Whoa, right there. Coach Will Garner's first win. Boom, right there. Congratulations, Coach Garner.
Excellent.
Many more to come. Nice job down there in Daleville.
And Highland Home 28, Lynette 18, Reeltown 42, Goshen 22.
I can't let that one go by without saying Goshen was ahead at halftime.
And I'll talk
It
about
just
that in a
kind of
minute.
fell apart. You're going to get into that.
Yeah, we are. And Abbeville 24, Geneva County 8, Strong 35, Clark County 21, Chambers 38, Crenshaw County
Crenshaw
6.
Christian.
Crenshaw Christian 6.
Yep.
And also Cody King, Coach King, that was his first win at Zion Chapel.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So 2 big wins.
2 big wins. That's right. Hey,
Exactly.
give us some some stats right here and tell us who did good for each team, my man.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start off Charles Henderson. Carroll started on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And listen to this, after being routed last year, 55-20.
Carroll beat the mess out of us last year.
Baby, we returned the favor.
That's right.
Yeah, we did. And they left the vet 38-14 win. Charles Henderson had 496 yards of a balanced offensive attack.
4 yards from 500.
Yep, 211 on the ground and 285 through the air, while the Trojans defense only allowed 385. But we forced 4 turnovers.
Yep.
Parker Adams was 12-22. Had a great game, I thought. Pass attempts for 285 yards and 4 touchdowns, along with rushing for 32 yards on 5 carries. Zach Coleman carried the ball 9 times for 57 yards and a touchdown, and Antonio Frazier added 47 yards on 6 carries. Our good old buddy Will Templin, he caught 2 passes for 46 yards.
Yep.
Jawan Boyd had 4 passes for 178 yards and 4 touchdowns to go along with 57 yards on 2 rushing attempts. He also earned a pass breakup on defense.
All right.
I got to give a little love to the
Of
Carroll
course,
folks.
of course, yeah.
Keyshawn Cole, which we called
Incredible athlete.
5,000 times.
Yes.
He was their best performer. Neil, he threw for 273 yards and 2 touchdowns on 18 of 32 pass attempts, along with his 2 interceptions. But he rushed for 85 yards on 15 carries. Man, he was
Impressive
just
85
impressive.
yards.
And Coach Plott's son was Jamie Plott, I think was his first name. He caught 8 passes for 79 yards and 1 touchdown. He was an athlete.
Yep.
And man, I'm gonna tell you, Carroll's gonna be good next year, man.
Yep, they
They're
sure
gonna
are.
be really good. Defensively, linebacker Damian Hart led the Trojans with 8 tackles and 2 tackles for loss, while Davenport recorded 6 tackles and an interception. Zion Grady recorded 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack.
Defense played well.
Yeah, real well. The only bad thing about this game, I've never seen in Coach Hambright's his second year, the penalties. Good
Yeah.
gracious.
Yeah.
And that is
Face mask.
Yeah, face
Yeah.
mask. And I did read in the paper that Coach Hambright said that their running backs were just dipping so low, and we're so used to tackling low
Okay.
that
It
just
was
got
causing some face mask.
yeah. But
Okay.
I mean, but there was no personal foul.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
which is all that.
Yeah.
All right. The big game that everybody was really coming up about was the Brantley versus Elba.
Yep.
Alvin Henderson finished the night with 258 yards on 25 carries. Listen to this, folks. He had touchdown runs of 14, 19, 29, and 27 in addition to his game-winning 1-yard score.
Ooh. Wally, this guy's just
That's
a sophomore.
unbelievable.
This guy's just a sophomore.
You know, the majority of people on Beat Wally, they thought Brantley was going to win this game.
I know. They had
But
Brantley.
let me tell you, it was not, man. Unbelievable. The win for Elba was the first win over a number one ranked team since 1989 against
Wow.
Pike County
County.
High School.
Okay.
Since that's the year I
That's
graduated.
how long it's been.
It's been that long.
Okay.
Okay, Pike County 28, Northside Methodist 18. Harrison Hicks had a big night for Northside, but it wasn't enough for the loss. He threw for 303 yards. Really threw it on Pike County big time. But one of the big things here, what I was going to say was 2 touchdown passes from Pike County quarterback Omari Barrow to Eon Foster was called back due to penalties. Now, I saw a lot of chatter on Facebook. The officiating was just horrible down there. But I don't know. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know if you heard anything.
No, I hadn't. But I saw those two.
But could have been. I mean, could the score been worse? Pike County beat them 28-18.
Yeah.
With 2 touchdowns called back.
Right.
And of course, Nemo Williams, who played for Pike Lib only a few weeks ago, he had a great night rushing over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Defensively, Jonathan Steenfield, he had 10 tackles for the Pike County.
Good deal.
And now Zion Chapel 19, Sampson 6, like I just mentioned.
Big win for the Rebels.
For the Rebels. Zion Chapel got his first victory for new head coach Cody King.
Yeah.
Congratulations for Sampson. Josh Lowry had 93 yards rushing for 5 touchdowns. Jacob Branch, he threw for 39 yards to Travis Johnson and he actually threw it to him a couple times. But the big thing here is this, man. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
JoJo Laguerre. Let me tell you something. From Zion Chapel. He had, listen to this, Neil, he had 3 catches for 90-plus yards.
At wide receiver.
At wide receiver. 2 touchdowns.
Caught 2 touchdowns.
1 interception with a long run.
So on defense, he had an interception.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and almost ran it back.
Recovered a fumble.
1 fumble recovery with 6 tackles. Hey.
So let me get that again. Go ahead with your bell.
He getting the bell ring.
Yeah. 3 catches, 2 of them were for touchdowns. He had 90 yards. He plays defense. He had an interception, ran it back a long way, recovered a fumble, and also put in 6 tackles.
If that ain't Pizza World,
Yeah.
yeah. But
I'm with hey, there he is right there.
there he is. That is. Check him out.
Hey, JoJo, you win the Marco's Pizza.
Player of the Week.
Call
buddy.
Marco's, tell them you're the Sports Chat with Neil and Wally Player of the Week, and go pick up your 1-topping large pizza on the house.
On the house.
Enjoy
Heck
it, brother.
Good. And keep playing hard, man.
That's
Y'all. I got a lot of faith in Zion Chapel.
Yep.
All right. Well, now I'm up against a break, so they stopped me.
Yeah.
So hey, we'll be right
We'll
back.
come back.
and then
We'll hit
come
it.
back.
We'll hit Enterprise when we come
Enterprise
back.
Men's Station was a gully washer. What in the world, man? I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neil, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now. Let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner, 465-0600 for all your yard needs. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I'll tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling, 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling.
Wally, what are you doing in the cornfield, man? Get corn, dude. Corn?
Station. Look at all this produce, man. Here we are at Piggly Wiggly on 231. Also, Best Butcher in Pike County, Reader's Choice 2020.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire, you know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I'm up here at Southern Grill and Patio. Look at all these big green eggs, all these accessories, man. It's all you want with the big green eggs. Wally!
Neil, look at the size of this big old green egg here, man. Look at this thing.
Man, that's a big old green egg. You can't get a green egg that big unless you're a platinum green egg dealer like they are at Southern Grill and Patio. Check out this new store up here on Grundy Street, right next to Troy Cable, along with Town and Country. Come visit the new store, the new layout. Look at all these big green egg accessories over here. Come see them at the new location on Grundy Street. Get you a big green egg, because I'm going to get me one. Cheap Trick.
Close, they look like.
Who you playing this for?
That's for being done.
Oh,
You don't know who that is?
Nelson.
Nelson.
Being like Nelson?
Ben said he liked Nelson the other day at breakfast.
Did he really?
Yeah. Okay.
Dang on, Ben likes some weird music. Doesn't he?
Ben does.
I gotta
like
talk to
weird
Ben.
stuff.
I gotta talk to Ben.
Okay, all right.
Enterprise,
58,
Smith Station.
Smith Station 14. Michael Johnson took the opening kickoff 78 yards for a touchdown.
Wow, and it was on.
And it was on, baby. Following the Smith Station touchdown, again, the third quarter, Enterprise got back on the scoreboard. Final play of the period when Walker Turner caught a fumble in the air and returned it 26 yards for a TD.
Gotcha.
Good job, Enterprise. 58, Smith Station 14.
Blow
All right,
up.
Goshen versus Reeltown.
Yeah.
Which Neil and I both called that game. Had a good time.
Live
calling
on TC2
that. Had a
and Channel
good
2.
time. Yeah, Reeltown rolled up 310 yards rushing against Goshen. 322 yards total yards, and Goshen managed 303 total yards. McClure led Goshen with 127 yards and a touchdown on 18 carries, while Stamey completed 3 of 9 pass attempts for 151 yards and a touchdown. Tyler McClendon caught 4 passes for 159 yards and a touchdown. And let me tell you, man, Tyler, he looks
Tyler's
really
impressive.
Good. He's impressive.
McClendon's impressive.
Yeah, very, very so. Reeltown was led by Pounds for 102 yards and 5 carries. Goshen's back on the road next week, baby. They got to go to Lafayette.
Yep.
All right. Last one here, Crenshaw Christian versus
Chambers,
man. Talked to Dr. Billings. Chambers probably going to win state.
Dr. Billings told me the same thing.
Yeah, tough loss for Chambers. Beating the Cougars 30. They lost 38-6. The big thing, quarterback Logan Owens may be out for the year. That's going to really hurt them. They got Wilcox County next. This is coming up Friday night. Pikeville Arch did not play.
They were off. They were off.
All right, beat Wilder contest.
Yeah,
Man,
come
y'all
on with
keep
it.
playing. Y'all doing a lot. Listen to this. We had 2 people to tie.
For the second week in a
Second
row.
week in a row. Probably first. That won't ever
Folks,
happen
let me tell y'all what, if this don't put the dink in Kawikadink, 2 weeks in a row, we had 2 people pick the same amount of games, and then on the tiebreaker, pick the same amount of points and tied again.
All right. Well, here
That's
it comes.
nuts.
All right. Bubba Lee and Coach Bulldog Johnny.
Bubba Lee and Coach Bulldog Johnny. Both. There it is.
Who you got?
Lee.
Bubba Lee. All right.
Bubba Lee.
Congratulations, Coach.
Sorry, Bulldog.
Yeah, we did it fair and square, brother. Well, anyway,
Bubba Lee is our winner.
Lee is our winner. You win the large Marco's one type of pizza.
That's right.
And we'll get the games to you hopefully tonight. I'll try to do that tonight while I'm watching Sunday Night Football.
Okay. Well, let's tell everybody about the upcoming high school
Yeah,
game.
let's talk about them.
I'll go first.
You go first, man.
All right. Brantley hosts Kinston. They ought to get back on their winning ways this Friday night.
Yep, they should.
Enterprise hosts Rehoboth. That should be 2 in a row for Enterprise.
Yep.
Bullock County hosts Dale County. Something's got to give in that game. Dothan at Smith Station. GW Long hosts Geneva County. Pike County hosts Opp. Bulldog's already told us about that one. Goshen at Lafayette, as you just mentioned. Andalusia at Montgomery Academy. Woo, that'll be a
gonna be a
slobber
good
knocker right there, buddy. Greenville hosts the Selma Saints. And in a big region matchup, Laverne is at Lynette, and Elba, coming off the big win at Brantley, is off this week.
Charles Henderson hosts Beauregard. Both are 3-0.
Woo.
So that's going to be a good game.
It will.
For sure.
Yep.
Eufaula at Pike Road. That's going to be a good game.
Big test for you, Follow.
Yes, big test.
Pike Road
Playing
Their
defenders-
old coach too,
Defending state champs, Pike Road.
and playing Eufaula's old coach.
Ed Rigsby.
Yep.
Yep.
Good one. New Brockton and Houston Academy. Geneva at Catholic. That could be 80 or 90 points.
Yeah,
Sadly.
that one could get bad.
Crenshaw Christian hosts Wilcox Academy. Ayrton hosts Zion Chapel. Pike Level Arts goes to Port St. Joe. Slocum at Booker T. Washington. Highland Home hosts Horseshoe Bend. Daleville hosts Northside. And I'm going to still talk to Neil about a couple of these games.
So you're not sure yet?
I'm not sure. I don't want to go.
Okay.
We got to make it tough. They've been tough, so I want to keep making it
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Well, you get Andalusia, Montgomery Academy's got to be one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Henderson, Beauregard's got to be one of them.
that's-
So you can drill it down from there.
Yeah, drill it down from there. All right, we'll get it.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, let's run our last break of the night, and we'll come back and finish this up and talk about Troy football and Auburn, Alabama, and a couple of other major college games. How about that Kentucky-Florida game? We're getting around to it. We'll be right back.
Breaker 1-9, Breaker 1-9. I got cleared for a takeoff of Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal! Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Wally, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look,
Oh, my
you got a
goodness.
CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving.
Here I come,
Get out of here. Good gravy. Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world? What's happening? Unbelievable. Back up. Back up. Put it in reverse. Put it in reverse.
I need a mechanic.
Unbelievable. What have you done in there that caused all that smoke? I watched a YouTube video. Unbelievable. You got to take the thing to Road Mart where they know how to fix vehicles, a mechanic. Take the vehicle to Road Mart on 231 North. Don't be like Terry. I meant Wally. 566-3413. Road Mart, 231 North in Troy. What are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital Pet Resort?
I'm about to circumcise this dog.
Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spaying and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort. It's so good to be back at Preston's. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing?
Kelly Tater.
What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of a nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston's. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours.
Oh, we're Preston's on.
Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater. Man, hey, what are you not coming in to get some Crow's chicken and brundage?
I need some nugget sauce, man.
I'd like a nugget dinner with extra sauce and roll. Don't worry about him. He's all the time over in the door.
Fuller Classic, nugget dinner,
We're going to eat it here. Crow's and brundage.
frozen brundage.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
They don't even open till 4.
Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Lenny Trawick play, and I'm gonna give him one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for.
Best steak in the States. Also, the best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that.
I know.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Trawick, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
Come on over anytime.
Oh, that's Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Yeah.
Was Donna Summer one of the Mary Jane girls?
I hope not. No Mary Jane girl smoke dope.
You think they did?
With a name like
That's
that?
the Mary Jane girls. I don't know if Donna Summer was one of them.
Oh, my goodness.
You think it was?
No, it
I'm going to have to go
sound
Google that up. Donna Summer. Hey, we're going to get into, we're going to talk about Troy football, but first, let's go ahead and discuss what happened down in the swamp.
Swamp.
Kentucky goes down to the swamp takes on Florida, and it's back and forth all the way through midway through the fourth quarter, and Kentucky ends up pulling it out 26-16. And Kentucky is on a roll. And let me tell you what's important about Kentucky beating Florida. I think Florida had beat them like 19 times in a row. And now Kentucky has beat them the last 3 out of 5 years. So Kentucky's really turned that series around. And what has happened is Coach Mark Stoops, while he is now the all-time winningest football coach in Kentucky football history.
He gets a bell ring.
Guess who he just passed?
Bear Bryant, I saw it. Wow.
Bear Bryant. He now passed Bear Bryant. For all these years, Bear Bryant has been the winningest football coach ever in Kentucky football history. But Mark Stoops passed Bear Bryant with the win over Florida Saturday, 26-6-10. Huge win for the Kentucky Big Blue Nation. And I'm going to tell you, don't nobody want to play Kentucky.
Man, I will say one thing about Kentucky. Their offensive line, whoa.
I'm telling you what, buddy.
They are some big ones. And I think that was one of the things that they dominated Florida's defensive line, man.
They did. But, hey, congratulations, Caitlin, on your Kentucky Wildcats right there. Big win down in the swamp. And as we spoke of earlier, Troy hosted Alabama A&M last night, and Troy wins 38-17. Gunnar Watson, 23 of 34 for a career high 354 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he didn't do much of that until the third quarter. Jared Dagey cleaned up and was 5 for 11 with a touchdown. Troy rolled up 529 yards on the Bulldogs. Troy's All-American linebacker and leading tackler Carlton Martial left the game in the third quarter with a lower body injury. No details been released on that yet. We hope he's okay. They're going to need Carlton Martial the next couple of weeks in these 2 games against App State and Marshall Wally. They're going to need him.
Yeah, they're going to need him big time. Hey, do you want to skip over to Scott Frost or going to do some?
Yeah, let's keep rolling. We're
okay.
Good. Yeah.
All right. Alabama visited Austin and took on the Texas Longhorns yesterday. It was back and forth most of the day, but Texas looked to have taken the lead for a good late until Bryce Young got the ball back with just over a minute left and navigated the tie down the field for a game-winning field goal.
Absolutely.
They were 10 for 19. Big shout out to Nealon Hibbett, who was the long snapper. Man, he had to snap that bad boy twice.
Yep.
And crucial,
Yep.
man. And anyway, they win 20-19.
Yep.
The close game has gotten Longhorns now ranked top 25 at number 20, Neil.
Yep.
And we talked about it earlier. Not tied down one spot. Georgia has jumped them and taken over the number 1 spot. Alabama hosts pitiful UL Monroe at 3 o'clock on the ESC.
Yeah, they'll get right back
network.
on it.
Yeah.
Hey, and Auburn snuck by San Jose State yesterday, losing at halftime. Auburn wins 24-16. TJ Finley, 13 of 20, 167 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Finley did rush for a touchdown late in the game, though. When Robbie Ashford's in the game, it's primarily for quarterback runs. He rushed the ball 7 times for 61 yards on some crucial downs. Tank Bigsby rushed 13 times for 51 yards. Jarquez Hunter had 8 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. Auburn's defense gave up 275 yards through the air, 54 on the ground, so they stopped the running game. Auburn's got Penn State next week. It's the 2:30 CBS game, and Auburn still ain't got no athletic director.
Nope.
Earlier today,
hey, Scott Frost was relieved. Nebraska told him to go. And Neil and I talked about this.
Urban Meyer, Ed Orgeron, where they going,
but
man?
we were talking about is the dynasty truly Rome finally failed? I don't think Nebraska will ever.
Is there a coach that could bring Nebraska back? They are just, I don't know that they'll ever be Georgia or Alabama or USC or LSU. I just don't know if Nebraska can make it back, Wally. I feel that's the way I feel.
And Orgeron's not going to go there.
No, I'm just throwing some names out there. I don't know.
Man,
I mean, the Urban Meyer rumors are all over Twitter. We got a minute left. Hey, they promoted Mickey Joseph. He was the passing game coordinator. Now he's the interim head coach for the remainder of the year. Like Frost, he was a former Nebraska quarterback. So maybe he'll do good. Maybe he'll do good the rest of the year.
How about the Sun Belt, man? We've got to give a shout out to the Sun Belt.
Absolutely, man. Look, Marshall beats number 8 Notre Dame 26-21. App State beats number 6 Texas A&M 17-14, and Georgia Southern beats Nebraska 45-42. The Sun Belt did good in the bowl games last year, Wally.
They did.
They did. Sunbelt's on a roll, man. We called it on our show right here, Wally. And what are you doing showing Sammy Sosa? The Cubs? All right.
Sammy Sosa.
But with all these conferences falling apart, the Sun Belt held together and got stronger. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Keep it cool, folks.
See ya.
Hey, get out and watch some high school football this Friday night. You'll enjoy yourself.